So today was a real eye-opener for me personally, but you're not going to see that until the very end of the video. Before that, we've got Tom doing the hitting. First of all, with his full-length gamer driver. 46 playing length?
Yeah, playing quite long, 46. Another one. Necky fade.
Certainly aren't missing right, are you? I swear in every video ever done with you with driver, you've just lived in the neck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially when I get tense and a little bit nervous. And I'm still nervous on camera.
Then hitting a normal mini driver. Sounded better.
Yeah, I tried to hit it low in the toe.
Right. That would be a good place for you to hit it. Then hitting a normal driver on a mini driver length shaft.
Could be the answer to all of my driving dreams.
Probably not. But... well, instantly more left.
Yeah, that looks like it's spinning a lot to me.
Okay, it sounded a bit necky.
Did you expect anything else?
No, I didn't. No, absolutely not. And then hitting that same normal driver head on that mini driver length shaft, but with weight added into the driver head to bring it back up towards the correct swing weight.
Interesting.
Right, it's also not surprising in the slightest, is it?
That did feel quite different in the downswing, just felt a lot more behind me and a lot more open.
Yep. So the two big questions, will we lose any distance going from Tom's full length gamer driver shaft down to the mini driver length shaft? And will we pick up any accuracy, again, going into that shorter shaft? Then later on, this was never supposed to be part of the video, so some of it is filmed in portrait, because I was just doing it for Instagram to have a little bit of fun myself. But I hit the mini driver shaft versus my full length gamer shaft just to see what would happen for myself. Oh, it's so close. What a drive though. Man, this thing is good. Yeah, 14 launch, 2-2 backspin, 304 carry. This might have to go in the bag. And some of the insights were absolutely, yeah, really eye-opening for myself. So later on, I'll give you my full breakdown of what I thought of hitting both of these shafts. But for now, let's jump into the video, starting off with Tom's gamer. Right, so we'll start with your gamer, which is your Epic Flash 10.5 degree. So you stole my shaft, didn't you? So that's the KBS Max High Launch. Was it 45 stiff?
45 stiff, yeah.
Yeah, and you 46 playing length?
Yeah, playing quite long, 46.
46, and then D5 swing weight, I think it is roughly.
Yeah, it's about D5.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, well, we'll just get a baseline set with this just to see where we're at, and then we will move on to the other bits and bobs we've got planned.
A little bit necky.
Yeah, fairway finder.
Yeah.
You'd absolutely take it off the first.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't start with a neck, would it? Let's be honest.
Absolutely, you do love a neck. That low heel galore.
Bit of a neck. Bit of a nervy neck.
Yeah.
Another one. Necky fades.
Certainly aren't missing right, are you?
No.
Distant. I mean, you always, I swear in every video ever done with you with driver, you've just lived in the neck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially when I get tense and a little bit nervous. And I'm still nervous on camera. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, when I free it up, I'm probably a little bit less necky, but yeah, always a little bit trying to hit that little cut.
That sounded better.
Yeah, I tried not to neck that one.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yes. That was good. Just got my hands in a better place on the downswing, I think.
Yeah, good. Better?
Yeah.
Nice. And you actually hit slightly up on that one, which is better as well. Again, we know inside.
Was I down on those first three?
Huh?
Was I down on the first three?
The last one, I'm pretty sure you were.
Was I? Really? Wow.
Yeah, 0.3 down, 0.7 down, 0.3 down, 1.5 up, 1.4 up. So the first three you were down, yeah. That was nice.
It's a better strike and a better swing. That should pick up a bit. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a bit
good,
better. Mate. That's probably more how I would like to swing it, I think. A bit more commitment on that.
Yeah, better strike as well. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the fairway and then 4 just in the left rough. So certainly not a disaster at all. Fairly good. Club speed average 104, which is really good for you. So it'll be interesting to see how much that drops or doesn't drop as we go into the mini driver, which we are going to do next. We're going to go straight into the mini driver, Elite Mini, 11.5. Going to set this up, again, a little bit more for you. So weight in the heel, in the draw lie angle setting on the sleeve. And this is basically just their stock mini driver shaft, the Denali charcoal 60 gram 6.0. So see how it goes.
Again, it's just a little bit high on the face.
Yeah.
High and necky. Delivery wasn't too bad, I don't think.
It doesn't really seem to want to go anywhere, does it? I mean, I know it's a bit of a misstrike. Face definitely struggling to square the face with this one. And we're probably about 3 to 4 mile an hour down on club speed as well. Sounded better.
Yeah, I tried to hit it low in the toe.
That would be a good place for you to hit it.
I did actually strike that though. That was quite nice. I think that's pretty close to middle, maybe even still slightly heely, to be honest.
No, pretty good.
Yeah.
Like 1 millimeter or something, or 3 millimeters with a pretty decent delivery.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we would expect, would I expect that to spin that much? Probably wouldn't, in all fairness. But I mean, even the one that we hit with yours that was pretty middled, yeah, I mean, that's not dissimilar. This is one we hit earlier with your driver, like a fairly similar strike. And to be honest, that span at 3.5 with your Epic Flash 10.5. So that was what, 3.6, that one we just hit there?
It was, yeah.
3. So fractionally more, but actually not much. And the face was a little bit more open on that one compared to the one we just hit with yours. Well, the one we hit with yours earlier, the face there was slightly more open. So if you would have squared that, the spin's probably fairly similar in all honesty.
I am kind of a bit on the spinnier side these days.
You are a bit on the spinnier side, yes. Oh, that's close. Definitely harder to square, isn't it?
Yeah, hard to square. And that swing actually felt okay. Like I think I struck that ironically, but the face was just open. But the strike felt actually pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, actually fractioning that high toe, which is not a bad place for you to hit it. But yeah, again, you're just struggling to square the face. I mean, we hit a similar amount of shots. So the path is absolutely identical. Angle of attack's very, very similar. But the face, we averaged 0.5 closed with your driver. We're averaging nearly 3 degrees open with that. So it's clearly a lot harder to square the face. And swing speed, we are I'd say 5 mile an hour down, but I think that last one was a slight drop kick. So if we take that out, we're 99.3 on average with that so far compared to 104 with your driver. So definitely a good 4.5 mile an hour down speed wise as well.
I've really hit that well. Really hit that well.
Just seems spinny, doesn't it?
Yeah. Hit that really nicely. That actually felt really good and felt in control. I knew that was going to start a few yards left of the line and cut back.
I mean, it looked like that in terms of, it looked like you hit down on it a bit more. You got a bit down and a bit left and it came out a fraction of heely and a bit kind of like a spinny cut. So again, it's a good shot, 5 yards offline, but yeah, hit down a little bit more. Spin comes up to nearly 4,000. So therefore we actually lose a little bit of distance. There's certainly, for you anyway, again, it's going to be very player dependent, isn't it? But for you, hitting them straight off the bat, it seems like there would be absolutely zero tangible benefit in going to a mini driver. Like none whatsoever.
Yeah.
Based on that.
Agreed. Like if I was looking for something to find fairways, like I'm pretty comfortable that I would hit as many good shots with my own driver.
Yeah. Close, wasn't it?
I made a good swing there, I think. Again, if anything, that's just a bit spinny.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
We've actually made a pretty good effort at that, I think.
Yeah, like it's certainly not a bad delivery at all, not a bad strike whatsoever. Just, yeah, spins a lot.
For me, but I am quite spinny at the moment, like we said.
Yeah. But I mean, with your driver, there was also a couple of bad runs in there, a couple of high spin ones, 3.5, 3.9. You know, so I mean, we averaged 3.4 spin with your own driver, and we're averaging 3.960 with that. So it's, you know, it's 500 odd revs more than your driver. So therefore we've lost 18 yards of carry on average.
Yes.
And like, is it straighter? I mean, there's an argument to say it's more consistent because they're pretty much all doing exactly the same thing. They're all little fades. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's predictable, which is good. You play that little fade all down the right side of fairway. But for you, the miss being more right, the fact that it seems harder to square the face, is that going to be an advantage? I would say probably not. So now what we're going to do, we've obviously got the mini driver and we've also got the Elite Core driver. So this is 11.5, this is 10.5. So we're going to set this plus 1D. So it's going to be 11.5D, same as that's kind of 11.5D, just to sort of match loft to some regard. But we're going to do two little tests now. So the head weight of the mini driver is obviously substantially higher than the driver, obviously, because the shaft is a lot shorter. We need more head weight to bring the swing weight back up. So I'm going to do two tests now. We're going to do the Elite normal driver, same shaft as the mini driver, so really, really short shaft with zero added weight to the head. And then I'll bring the swing weight up, or the head weight up, to exactly the same as the mini driver to basically see, well, what happens with standard head weight and what happens when we match head weight to the mini driver. So got some scales in front of me. The mini driver weighs 206 and the driver weighs 190. So that's like a substantial difference, like 16 grams.
16 grams,
That's a lot. So it'd be really interesting to just do this test, whack it on without any added head weight, and then add the head weight, see what it does.
Could be the answer to all of my driving dreams.
Probably not. But... So we'll leave the weight in the heel. We've got it on +1D, so match the loft of the mini driver and leave it in the upright sleeve setting, and just exactly the same shaft plugged straight in. Right, instantly more left.
Yeah, that looks like it's spinning a lot to me.
It sounded a bit necky.
Did you expect anything else?
No, I did no, absolutely not. Yeah, 3-7.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, felt good. Bit necky.
Shock.
We need a bit necky counter on the video.
Not your numbers go high enough, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the same pattern, right? Still living necky, not changed anything. Swing speed is basically exactly the same, maybe fractionally higher, I suppose. Which again, you would expect if the head weight is lighter, you would expect to move it a bit quicker. But it's like 1 mile an hour, 1.5 mile an hour. It's not substantial. It's definitely easier for you to hit it straight. Like,
yeah, I'm actually quite liking this.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this is going to sound mad now, especially coming from a fitter. But I actually could see a place for like a short driver in the bag as opposed to a mini driver. Like if I was someone who wanted a second serve off the tee, 20, 30 yards back, like, and I'm always going to hit it off the tee, like this, I wouldn't hit it. I definitely wouldn't go to a 3-wood. Yeah. Personally, I just don't like 3-wood heads. I think they hit too small on too long a shaft for me. But I could definitely get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Well,
it's a mini driver, but just bigger.
I agree. And again, a lot of people would say, okay, that swing rate, I didn't even measure that swing rate, but it's going to be unbelievably light. I'll do it in a minute, but it'll be like low C's. It'll be stupid.
It does feel light.
Which, again, people would say is ridiculous. You couldn't play that. But, I mean, you're finding the same strikers you've always found, the heel. And actually, we're finding the fairway. So, yeah, doesn't seem to be having any massive detrimental effect, does it?
No.
Necky?
High neck. It's a good shot again, no?
Yeah, it is a good shot. I mean, it's very easy to hit straight. I mean, I say a second ago there's no difference, but there is a difference because it's easy to square the face with that.
It definitely feels it. It definitely feels it.
Yeah, yeah. It seemed easier to just hit it straight. I mean, there's 4 or 5 there literally on top of each other, which is just right of centre line. One a little bit more right. I don't even think that's rough though. I still think that's fairway, and one left side of fairway. Like it's averaging 6 yards right as opposed to we average 12 yards right with the mini driver. So again, not dramatic, but it is a bit easier to square the face.
Feels like a fairway finder, which is kind of what you want, isn't it? You know,
absolutely.
If you're not going to hit driver.
It'd be really interesting to bring swing rate up in a minute as well, because I feel like so many people, there's just so much theory out there, isn't there, that, oh, if you cut down a shaft, you have to bring the swing weight up. Like, I've never really agreed with that. It's going to be very player dependent, but far too many people fall in that trap of just adding loads of mass to the head and then just really struggling.
That's close.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a better strike. I mean, it just always hits the fairway.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, isn't it, in a way?
Yep.
Like, I've got to be honest, when I was warming up, I wasn't having my best swing day, and I thought this might be a bit of a mission, but actually, this feels very easy to hit fairways, like very, very easy.
I mean, I'll be honest, the numbers are almost identical. Like, if we whack those 3 into a compare page, I mean, if you look at the difference between the mini driver and then the big driver with the mini driver shaft, launch and spin is the same.
Yeah.
Like literally identical. Okay, we're getting 3 yards more carry out of the big driver with the short shaft, just purely based on ball speed, which that's based on a fraction more efficiency and a fraction more club speed. Both of those things combined has led to obviously that little bit more ball speed, and that's where we were getting that 3 extra yards from, basically. Yeah. But I mean, on course, is there going to be any tangible difference to the benefit, like the difference in the distances between those two heads? You just wouldn't notice any difference, would you? No. Like 3 yards, it's like nothing. So weight added, I mean, theoretically, there's no difference really. I mean, if this weighs 206, I've got this to 205 now. Like theoretically, it should just feel exactly the same as swinging this, really, shouldn't it? The head weight's the same. I mean,
in theory.
the heaviest weight they give us is a 19, so the stock is 13. So I've swapped that out for a 19 and added 12 at the front. So this is now 205 compared to that 206. So see what happens.
Interesting.
Well, it's also not surprising in the slightest, is it?
No, it's just that did feel quite different in the downswing. Just felt a lot more behind me and a lot more open.
Yep. Strike was good, but
yeah,
again, that could just be
strike did feel good. Yeah.
Same thing as with mini driver, right? I mean, I think people underestimate the sort of importance of just head weight, all right, swing weight if you want to call it that, but just head weight. Well, how much mass is down there? If you really struggle to square the face, just start lightening the head.
Like I feel like I would have to. I'm going to obviously just make some natural swings, but I feel like I would have to do something now to try and get that to catch up.
Yeah.
Close.
It was closer. Yeah.
Closer. Still doesn't feel as easy.
No, I mean, it's not, is it? I mean, in reality, there'll probably be a nice middle ground where maybe that other one is a bit too light and that one is too heavy.
Yeah, and just where that face is getting a bit open, I get a bit lofty, don't I? A bit too much dynamic loft now, I would say as well.
Yeah, and hit Healy, spin comes up, lose distance.
Yeah, that feels like I'm fighting to try and get that close now. It's really weird. And my speed's dropped because I feel a little bit like I've got to work now.
Yeah, because it's just not natural for you.
No, it's not. It doesn't feel like I put a natural swing on this and just...
So you can't swing with confidence.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that fairway finder setup that we had earlier on. Yeah, see, now it's that's feeling not. That just feels like not very good.
Well, that's just you reacting, isn't it?
It is, yeah, 100%. Yeah, that was me trying to then just close the face.
And this is where like the fitting element comes in so much, right? Because like if you're feeling like you have to fight against something, you just can't swing naturally. You just need to find something that gels with how you swing, how you release the club. So you don't have to react. If you're always reacting, it's like right, left. Like,
and it's interesting because that's exactly how I felt like, because my driver's set up exactly how I like it. I feel like I don't do anything to do with face. I don't feel like I close the face. I don't feel like I do wrist angles. I don't feel like I release it any differently. I'd literally swing and just let it happen.
It just matches your timing.
Yeah, that's kind of what was happening with that setup we had a minute ago with the normal driver head. Yeah,
very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so much harder to square up and time up for you, isn't it?
Just feels like completely off now. Yes, it feels like as soon as I start having to think about, especially about like something in the swing to correct a ball flight, then it can get very wild.
Sounded a bit better.
Yeah, finally timed one up. Like that was not perfect strike, but it was definitely better.
Yeah, I had a little bit of jump to it, to be fair.
Yeah, and delivery was just better. I feel like, but it's taken me this many shots to work it out. You know what I mean?
I mean, that was actually still a bit low heel.
It was a little bit necky, yes.
Done really well. Really well.
Yeah.
Not bad delivery, 227 carry. Is that longer than anything we had with the previous setup? Yeah, I mean, we had a 219 carry with the no weight in the head. And that was a 227 carry, which is better.
Okay,
so we're averaging the same dynamic loft. In fact, we're averaging, I mean, it's almost identical.
I wonder where that's come from. Is it come from the spin? Did the spin drop on that one?
It's 3.8. Well, it's come from the efficiency was better.
Okay.
Because there was no efficiencies in the 1.4s with the last ones. That was 1.4, so efficiency was slightly better. I mean, like the theory is right, you get a little bit more ball speed from a little bit more mass in the head, as long as you can move it at the same speed.
Correct.
Which does make sense. However, again, in this scenario where it seems like that added mass is making it much harder to square the face on average. But is that trade-off worth it? If it's harder to square the face, probably not. If we compared just those two for now, I mean, obviously that dispersion ring jumps out because it was just very consistent in terms of when we didn't have the extra weight in the head, it was doing the same thing. It was like on repeat. Just little fade down the fairway every time. Like no dramas at all. As soon as we added that weight to the head, it was leak, react. Leak, react. So it's kind of just opening up that left and right. So potentially it does a little bit better on miss hits, like we get a little bit more yardage out of it on miss hits, but generally it just didn't suit your timing as well. But I mean, the average numbers there, like again, they're the same. Spin's the same, launch, okay, slightly higher with the added weight one, but that's probably because it was slightly harder to square the face, so that adds a little bit of launch, like, but carried 2 yards in it. It's just not really a dramatic difference at all, is there?
No, it's pretty close. And I would say, yeah, for me, I think that's part of fitting, right? Is dialing in swing weight preferences, shaft weight preferences. Like that's gonna lead a lot to timing, which is going to lead to dispersion, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I just preferred in this particular setup something slightly lighter. It was working for me. if I was fitting me or you were fitting me, I think we'd both be saying, yeah, lighter swing weight in this particular club would be a good.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Yeah,
I mean, but
perfect.
it's just funny that if you looked at those numbers, like very, very, very similar. If you looked at the club data comparison numbers, again, they could be the same club. I mean, strike was pretty much the same, heel, high heel. Efficiency, the same. Club speed was 1 mile an hour difference. Dynamic loft was the same. Dynamic lie was the same. Face angle was the same. Path was the same. Attack was the same. Like, that is unbelievably the same delivery. And that resulted in effectively the same sort of average numbers, should we say. Okay, we know that dispersion was a little bit different because of that added head weight we just discussed, but just purely looking at numbers, ball and club, you'd go same club.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, if we add them all back in, I mean, your own driver setup, we can see a tangible gain in ball speed. A lot of that's going to be coming from club speed mainly, I would say, up at 104 with your own driver. But efficiency actually identical, 137, 136, 137. So no difference in efficiency really, because you live very consistently in that high heel, which is just a shocking place to hit. From an efficiency perspective, it's the worst quadrant you could possibly pick.
Absolutely, and we might have a video coming on that, right?
Yeah, we might have a video coming on that one, yeah. Interestingly, the dynamic loft was slightly lower, but I would say more than likely that's coming from face angle more than anything else.
I think so.
Could be a little bit head design, but if you look there on the average face, it was more closed with yours. As we saw in the test, it was easier to square it up with yours, which would lead more closed face, leads to less dynamic loft, but your angle of attack and your path was very, very consistent. Dynamic lie, very, very consistent. Just that club speed really standing out, in all honesty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because even the spin with your driver is not like dramatically lower. Like, it is a bit lower, but it's not huge. But that did still average out at 15-ish, 15, 16, 17 yards, depending on which one you look at there. But it was easy to square up and 15 yards longer. So, I mean, it would come down to if you were way more confident with that, the shorter elite, so the big driver head, shorter shaft with no weight. If we were confident with that as a fairway finder, great, yeah, it could be a second T club backup option, to be honest, if you're just having a struggle day with a big driver. But apart from that, it wouldn't seem to be like a huge tangible benefit, any of those, over just you playing normal driver, really, would it?
No, and I think for me personally, this obviously is very player specific. So I would potentially bag driver and something like that as a second T club.
Yeah.
You know, for holes where there's a layup yardage where driver's a bit too much. There's not many of those because I don't hit that far. But yeah, so like I would see it as like you would have to do a specific job in my bag.
Yeah.
It was very repeatable though. Like fairways found, it was finding a few more fairways. So if it was a hole where it was like OB left, OB right, and I had to find fairway, like I can't just hit one that goes okay in the fairway, with driver, sorry, in the rough with driver, then I would be reaching for something that I knew would hit fairway.
Yes.
And then maybe that would be good. I certainly wouldn't, like said, for me personally, I wouldn't be reaching for a 3-wood.
No.
Because I reckon if we did 3-wood, I would be even more...
Just confidence.
Confidence-wise, yeah. Confidence-wise, big head.
Yeah.
Because I do like to hit that little bit of a necky fade. Like a necky fade with 3-wood's going nowhere, is it? And, and if I'm that close to the heel of a 3-wood, then you know you can get some really poor shots.
Yeah, it would just spin up a lot. Yeah, absolutely right. So yeah, you're right. The best dispersion was with the lower weight in the head. That was on repeat, absolutely. So yeah, if you didn't like 3-wood, didn't get on with 3-wood, and didn't hit many 3-woods off the deck, and you were not going to bag a 3-wood, something like that would be a great option. So we finished filming a while ago, and I just wanted to have a little bit of fun on my own after the cameras had gone off. So I picked up the Elite with the mini driver shaft in and just started having a hit to have some fun. That's nice. High-low spin draw. Whew. High toe bomber. This thing is so efficient. 167 ball speed from a high toe strike. Oh, it's so close. What a drive though. Man, this thing is good. Yeah, like 14 launch, 2-2 backspin, 304 carry. This might have to go in the bag. That thing is so fun to hit. And I managed to get up to 117 club speed and 170 ball speed. Oh, hey. Got to 170. Get a bunker. Oh. We take it. Just so efficient, like 146 efficiency. 170.3 ball speed. And then I put in my full length driver shaft, which is 45.5. So it's basically 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 longer and lighter and softer. And I generally feel I can generate a lot of speed with my full length driver shaft. 119. It's not that different, to be fair. Only 2-3 mile an hour, and yeah, 300 carry. Yeah, it's like 119, so it's probably 2 mile an hour more. Same carry. So yeah, I mean, what is the benefit of a longer shaft? I managed 2 mile an hour more. And I went from 170 ball speed with the mini driver shaft to like 172 with my full length driver shaft. And I definitely felt like the short shaft was straighter, was easier to strike. And actually on my very best shots, there was hardly any distance in it whatsoever. And that really, really shocked me. So yeah, it begs the question, should I be playing a mini driver shaft? So there we go, a fascinating video. Really, really enjoyed filming that. So I hope you enjoyed watching it. Get down in that comments below and let me know what you thought of today's video. And let me know if you've ever tried a really short shaft in your driver. And if you have, what did you find? But as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for your support, for following along, watching us, liking, subscribing, commenting, all that good stuff. We really, really do appreciate it. And I'm going to be trying my best to bring you more and more and more content. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you in the next one.